wanted to find out just how impactful 925 will be for the Alliance in fixing the horde bias that exists in World of Warcraft today. But first, it is worth our while to take a trip down memory lane to find out just where we are and how we got here. Now, there is something to be said about the disparity between the Horde and Alliance themes. Now, I have 3 kids. If you happen to have kids yourself, nieces, nephews, or something like this, try this. Show them the game and explain to them who are the Horde and who are the Alliance. I can almost guarantee you, in this setting of oversimplified explanation to younger kids, your instinct will be to simply say, the Alliance are like the good guys, the righteous knights. The Horde, they're kind of like the bad guys, they fight for blood and honor for their tribes. This is cemented by the fact many of us started our Warcraft journey in the Warcraft RTS days, or real-time strategy, Orcs vs Humans, Warcraft 2, 3 and beyond. We come to the internal conflicts on the narratives within each faction. It heavily favours a greater experience with the Horde side. There really isn't too much going on in the Alliance. There's no internal struggles. The most badass and intriguing character we had in a long time was Rin. Straight up, no cap, on a stack, without question. Gen Greymane has that aggressive, vindictive streak, and honestly could spark some interesting narrative to show the people of Azeroth, well, you know, they're flawed. The characters do have nuances, but they're not pursued as much in the Alliance. We see this far more with a greater number of Horde characters, but barely any depth to the cookie cutter nature of the Alliance characters that will feel kind of one-dimensional. I'm a paladin, holy light and righteousness. Those favouring more hardcore content in raiding have slowly trickled over to the Horde side or simply quit. Our progress shows almost all tiers as far back as MOP release, literally 10 years ago in 2012. Top 10 guilds back then were all Horde. Of the top 100, merely only 30% were Alliance. In today's landscape, let's take a look at Castle Nathria. The hype of a new expansion had not yet bled out a lot of players who are simply playing other games as they wait for Dragonflight. For Castle Nathria, top 15 were all Horde. Of the top 100 worldwide, only 13 are Alliance. Now, Sepulchre of the First Ones, our latest raid, only 6 are top 100 that are Alliance. So, where does that leave us? Well, let's pretend that I'm an Alliance player for the first time getting into Mythic Plus for that season. Now, these numbers are skewed, but if there's 100 Alliance people playing at the time, and only around 10% or so will invite you, then that leaves only around 10 people or so that will actually invite you to their group. What's the chance that they need your class and spec at that particular time? Alternatively, let's say there's 10,000 people playing Horde because it's so vastly weighted in that favour. Well, suddenly you have 500 to 1,000 possible people that will actually invite you to their group.
Got it, so Horde it is. Locked on, gone.
Well, now hold on there, meat sack. The entire point of 925 is it might fix the issue. People can aesthetically play whatever they please without the communal repercussion. They'll come back!
Naive little Timmy. That's a load of horseshit.
Surely no one's going to spend $60 to $80 either boosting another character or transferring their mains back to Alliance. Best case scenario is the diehard Alliance loyalists will simply have somewhere to kind of go and people to play with, and hopefully we'll just get a nice Nixium machinery about how it's really weird to play with the Alliance.
In a world where he dared to be different, one man stood among savages, an outcast, but he vowed to make love, not Warcraft. This summer, probably not coming to you on a Nixium channel near you.
And now 925 is here. Anecdotally, I can say this patch has been massive for the Alliance side of things. I was actually genuinely sitting on the fence whether or not I needed to go back to Horde. Primarily a solo player, when I do get a chance to do group content, it's not really with an established guild or friends or anything. I need to use the pugs and the group finder system. And night and day difference, way more groups than I've ever seen in the group finder before. Alliance has definitely had the better end of the stick with this cross faction opening up, and from what I can tell, people are sort of enjoying it from the Horde side of things as well. It's been received very well, which is amazing. Blizzard sort of went big brain on it as well. They've reduced the cost of faction and realm transfers by 30%. Didn't do boosts, which I'm a little surprised. I expected, hey, some people might want to make their Alliance characters but just boost them up and, you know, not have to transfer a character over, but just simply create a whole new one and boost them. But hey, we'll take it. It's a cost reduction, try and get a bit more incentive to reel people over to the Alliance again. And at least as an Alliance, like I said, night and day difference. It's way better experience than I've ever had in a long time on World of Warcraft, honestly, especially as a solo player. PvP side of things didn't really see too much of an increase. That being said, we literally had cross-faction PvP disabled for a length of time. Obviously some issues that they need to iron out. And we also do need to take it with a grain of salt as we are early days in the patch. Honestly, we're gonna sort of have to do another video in about a month's time to really see the long form impact of how this cross-faction is working on the game as a whole and on the game in a much broader spectrum of time.
I told you.
And with that, we have a nice, fresh, clean slate. And honestly, it's been enjoyable. I hope you guys have been enjoying it as well. A nice, fresh slate, clean slate, and just more people to play with. Honestly, it's been nothing but a positive change for the game. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching as always, and hopefully you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.